Find my mouse. I mean, pointer. Hey, how's everyone doing? Let's see. Audio is a go. Video is a go. Audio video is a go. That means it's a live stream. I'm broadcasting to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. How you doing, Science? It's a Sunday broadcast. It's around the regular time. It's like, around the regular time. I was having lunch, but, now I'm here to stream away. I hope you're having a great Sunday and that everything in general is going well. Everything here is fine. Still, we're getting ever closer to TwitchCon. We're getting to basically the 1 month. 1 month is 4 weeks from I guess next Friday. So I think I'm planned. I think I'm prepared. I have a place to stay. I have my ticket, and I know how to get there. And I'm driving, so I don't really pack my car till the night before. There's a bunch of things I want to do, like trying on certain clothing items to see if I want to bring them with me, because I don't know if they're going to still fit, that kind of stuff. Just boring stuff. But, what board games I'm going to bring with me. It's, I'll bring my giant Jenga. Everybody seems to be looking forward to TwitchCon, including Mistress Mord. She's pretty excited. Talking about it a lot on her stream early this morning. She streams early in the morning. She's fine. She's doing well. And yesterday I streamed over Cape Town, or flew over Cape Town, and we saw some interesting stuff. And so I sent her the VOD and was asking her if that's, it's a huge trip. It's a 28-hour plane trip. It's more than a full day. It's a long trip, but she's, I would, either I would not want to do it at all, or I would try to save up for a business class ticket if I was going to be flying that long. But she's done it. This would be the fourth year in a row, because she's been to all the same TwitchCons I've been to. This will be the fourth one. So she was at the first TwitchCon I went to, and the second one, it was in Vegas, and the third one was back in San Diego, and this is the fourth one again in San Diego, but in a different place in San Diego, so it might be a different experience. Hopefully it'll be fine. I mean, in any case, it's just fun to hang out and see the people. I'll try to do some streaming from the TwitchCon floor from my iPad, just by kind of moving my iPad, which I did last time. And it worked pretty well using the cellular connection that they have there. Sometimes you just don't get bandwidth, but it seemed to work okay. So we're gonna have to see how that goes. And I'll try to, do as much as as much as I can, meaning like at 20 minutes worth of live streaming at a time is probably my limit for that kind of thing. For various reasons. Anyway, let's see what I'll talk about today. I'm looking forward to the stream today. We're going to be continuing the Osprey MB22 operations. I have the beautiful Bluetooth controller, the beautiful Bluetooth, yep, all charged up. I don't even know. It's charged up enough, all right. I've got a freshly poured glass of Diet Coke that came out of this can just seconds ago, into this nearly ice filled. Oh, it's the way to drink it. Hey, Wilma, how you doing? It's great to see you. I'm not flying the flying GPU today. Oh, that's some cold Diet Coke, and it's fresh. It's got the effervescence, So you're drinking. I can't tell you what flavor it is. It's just brown. But it's Diet Coke. It hits the same every way. It's got a little bit of caffeine in it. I'm ready to go. Well, yeah. I mean, hey, you're no spring chicken. You know what I mean? That's why I have a job that, 27 miles. Oh my God, on your feet. That's why I have a software engineering job where I sit on my ass for some number of hours. I don't say how many. It's supposed to be 8, but let's just say, hey, I get my job done. Software engineering, though, you do end up having kind of a fat ass, is what I'm saying. So in some ways, it's good to have a job that kind of keeps you on your feet. In some ways, I can see it's not always so great, but hey, it is what it is. I hope it works out. Oh, so at least having a job you love is good. I mean, like, I have a job I like. I don't know if I wouldn't go say as far as I love it, but I certainly like it. I actually look forward to Mondays. It's not like, it's that kind of thing. So, there's always something interesting and challenging to figure out. All right, let's get started, though. I want to fly around. We're going to do some big brain games, and then I'm going to whip out my Gibson Les Paul studio model. It's right here. I'll give you a little preview. We'll talk about it more, but this is kind of the guitar that started out my gas, my guitar acquisition syndrome. We call it gas. In 2011. I think that's a 2011. Yeah, it's a 2011 model. We'll talk about it. It's a great, I still love it. And it is a real made in USA Gibson Les Paul. It's, so wow, it's got that I mean, it's a great guitar. All right, so I'll be playing guitar. I'll just dig around on guitar, probably sing some songs. You'll definitely want to be as close to possible as to that mute button. All right, so we know what we're going to do. Now, yesterday I flew the Osprey, and the problem was is that it's a big plane in terms of gigabytes of memory required to operate it. And then I was flying around an area of scenery with lots of buildings, and it kind of choked. What is it? Here, it's around here. It's this Miltech Simulations Mariotti MV. Why do things move around? I think I disabled the plane. Okay. Yesterday we had the presidential, but today we're going to go something a little different. It's either going to be Golden Eagles. No, we're going to do U.S. Navy Titans because it's kind of clean looking. Fender knockoff electric, and the other's a Lerner guitar acoustic. Well, those are I've been there. I've been there. I mean, it's been a while since first you don't want to necessarily spend a lot of money on a guitar until you got to a certain level of proficiency. Yes, the first guitar I had, the first acoustic guitar I bought was a Washburn D10, and it was I think it's about $125. I mean, I bought it from a real store. Anyway, that's the store playing. And then my first electric, I think, was also a very off-brand. But then I started going, once I got to a certain level of proficiency, this was in the 80s and 90s, I was like, I kind of want a brand name guitar. I'm willing to pay a little extra. All right, so where are we going to go? But the truth is, guitars are guitars. There are differences, but it's primarily an issue. It's primarily a skill issue. So I want to walk, go someplace where it's nice, but there's not a million buildings. So not super urban. Cigar box. Yeah, those are probably not going to sound so good, but just about any, regular shaped, let's see. Do we still have that, I wonder if I still have the ability to land on an aircraft carrier, but I don't know if I have that pack installed. You know what? Let's go check it out. Give me a second here. I got plenty of time today. Last time, I was streaming yesterday, and I was just got engrossed in my fake book on the piano. I ended up streaming over 3 hours, and I didn't even know it. But today will be shorter than that, but I still want to fly a lot today. We didn't get all the stuff done I wanted to do with the MB-22. Venezuela. Sure. Well, it doesn't look good. Almost all of South America doesn't look good. They just updated parts of it, but just Brazil, Suriname, and Guinea, or something like that, So I'm not recommending those areas, compared. It's not bad. But, what was I going to check here? There's this, there's the carriers. I got to search for it. Right? Yeah, there's the Seafire. Oh, right, but where is it's the Osprey package. Hold on a second. I'm sure I can find it. Yeah, it's the Amphidia. Okay, so this. All right, so I can't load the Ready group, but I could possibly download or install those carriers. Which was these? The Seafire aircraft carriers, the CRFM-RN carriers. Oh, it's Super Carrier Pro. I want to see what that says in the marketplace page first. Okay, yeah, I have this. Where is it? 4 ships, these 4 blah, 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 moving static are included. Does it say where? Okay, San Diego, Turkey, Sydney, Australia, Gulf of Guinea, Africa, Haifa, Israel, Singapore, Norfolk, okay. There's a bunch of places. All right, well, first we're going to install this. Da Nang, Vietnam. Panama Canal, Panama. And the point is, we can land on an aircraft carrier. We're going to take off and land on an aircraft carrier using this thing. But first I got to enable it. Fortunately, it's streamed. So we don't have to really download this package here. But let's see, what of those destinations sounded most appealing? I mean, let's see what else we got. Static. There's Whidbey Island, Washington, Panama. I don't want to. The moving ones are too hard to land on. Trust me on that one. I think, if I remember correctly. All right, um, we're just gonna operate us out of San Diego. I've been talking about San Diego. I'm obsessed with San Diego. I'm going to San Diego. We're gonna fly around San Diego. And as I mentioned, it's got a lot of buildings, but we should be okay. It looks a little cloudy, but that's fine. And it has a military base, so that's very appropriate. It's got a couple military bases. Okay, there's Gibbs Executive. Hold on, where's the military base? Is it this one here? No, it's Miramar military. Okay, it's a little cloudy. We might have to mess with the weather. I'm cold starting this baby because that's the way I like to run. Um, and I think I figured out the sequence to successfully start it up. Um, but we're gonna fly a little bit over San Diego. It's gonna get jerky because it's gonna fill up. Yeah, I bet. I mean, thank you for looking that up. It is, and you know, it's. I don't love San Diego. It has got all the problems of a fairly large city, the second most populated city in California. Um, Inter traffic, congestion, anything fun that you want to do that sounds fun and interesting, there'll be a lot of people at, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Oh, it's a really cool restaurant that I just read about, or you know what I mean? If it's something that is in the population and that people can go to, there'll be a lot of people there. San Diego is just, it's just not a small town because, and I mean, it's got everything going on. All right, so we're going to operate again. The Osprey, it's just a different paint job today. It's pretty wild looking. Looks gorgeous. It's got all the things on it. Now it's got those giant, I mean, it's not, it could be cloudy. I mean, there's a marine layer in, that comes in. When I was there, it was foggy all morning, and then it burned off, and it was kind of nice during the afternoons and, you know what I mean, evenings. But that's very common this time of year in October and September. So it's not always perfect weather, but it's okay. And it's rarely hot. It's not like Vegas where it's going to be hot. So you got the Osprey there. We're going to check it out. Okay, let's get inside and start warming things up here. All right, here's our beautiful Osprey. It's got a lot of buttons. It's got a lot of panels. Don't worry, I'm your captain. I've been here before. I kind of know what I'm doing. Let's just get started. I don't need a darn checklist. Get your checklist out of my face. First thing we're going to do is turn on the battery bus. We're turning the APU to its first position. Now, the APU is located in the wing. You see that little round oval looking port, and it's kind of got heat coming out of it. That's kind of indicates where the APU is. You can kind of see how thick the wing module is. It includes that kind of hump. You'll see that in operation later. But the APU is a special engine that's coming out. Oh wait, let's put on run here. That we're starting up. That powers up the plane during the startup procedure, and it provides both electrical and hydraulic power. Okay, it's a day. This one needs to be on too. All right, so this central one here has 3 displays here that you kind of see. That's a hydraulic. There's 3 hydraulic systems. There's one associated with the left engine, one associated with the right engine, neither of which is on, so they're red, and one associated with the APU, which is the hydraulic 3 system you see there. The reason why that's important is because you can't start the engines like this, or the blades will hit the ground. In fact, you can't run the plane like this. This is only for horizontal flight. Normally, it is not like that. And I got my foot pedals here, and what I do is I push a foot pedal. I don't have to do anything with my hands. It's kind of cool. Or I can go down. I got 2 foot pedals, and I have them connected to the nacelle controls. So we're going to move them up, and you can see how kind of the mechanism there. It's all hydraulically operated to the 90-degree position, so we can start the engines. I can read out here. Okay, it says 92. We're going to be at exactly 90 degrees. 87, 88. When I say right to 90 degrees, it'll go more than 90 degrees. You can actually taxi backwards. Oh, 90%. All right, 90%. Okay, that looks good. Showing where we are, but I'm going to try to do a precision landing. All right, so we've got, it says left engine fail. We've got ready to start the engines. To start the engine, we're going to start the right engine first. Apparently, that's tradition. You put it in crank, let it sit there for about 10 seconds. They are dangerous to fly. I mean, they're challenging to fly. There's a lot of automatic systems. Okay, now we put this one in start, and we have to wait for effectively a light to go out. There's a red line down there. It says right engine failure, left engine failure. If it works correctly, right engine failure will go out perfect. That means it started up, so we can put the right engine in start. Don't want to do that too quickly, or the engines will fail. They're dangerous. They're clearly dangerous, and they have failed, but they're flying a lot. They're considered, I think, kind of a prestige method in the military of getting from point A to point B. Now, one thing that's interesting, I always like to point out around now, is I started the right engine, but both propellers are spinning. Why is that? Well, it's because the system is designed that if one engine fails, both propellers will still be getting power via a torque tube that goes through that wing section and transfers power. So right now the right engine is on, left engine is not doing nothing, but because that torque tube is spinning, it's powering both rotors. So you can see down here, one of those is red, the others are green. We're going to start the other engine. Okay, so put it in crank, let it sit there for a few seconds. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put that in start. Now we go down and look again. There's this. Let me see what I can do this from find the position. So you can see there it says left engine failure. When we can't put it into run until that left engine failure light will go, which will go off in a second. Perfect. And we put that in fly. Oh, put this one in fly. Fly. And now we can turn off our APUs because electrical power and hydraulic power is being provided by the main engines. Hello, APU. There we go. APU off. So now we should no longer have an All we have is an indication of parking brake on. It is time to fly. We're going to turn Miramar ground. Miramar. It's a hard thing to say. Now we're going to be heading kind of west. Well, we'll just stay straight out for now. It's a beautiful, amazing. Yeah, I mean, they're very there's a lot of them in flight, and they're very, very well used. So, okay. Why is there okay? Well, I'm going to demonstrate just to show you guys how cool it is. We can move the rotors to the full back position, so they're leaning back like that. And then when I release the parking brake and give us a little power, I'll just reverse out of my parking position here, make a little Y turn here. Like that. Oh, one more power. Do a little Y turn. And then we put the rotors back sort of in a forward position. The nacelles there. It's about there. That's about, yeah, it's about where we want it. Okay. Yes. Clearance. Yes, I got you. Sorry. I'm having fun here. All right, here's the power here. Parking brake off. Too much power there. Oh, the other thing I wanted to do today that I didn't do yesterday, and it's going to make a real difference. That's to the flying. Is the last couple times, again, they recently updated this. I've flown it a lot. Couple times I flew it, it leapt off the pad much quicker when I gave it full power than I expected it to. And I think what happened is the loadout has changed. Now, it was the default loadout. And I think in 2020, the default loadout was including cargo. In the back section there's room for up to 24 jump seats. So people who are going to, they're going to jump out of the plane. I guess it's rated for that kind of operation, but they're empty currently. I'm going to put people in it to simulate weight, but I'm going to wait till we're at the runway. I think it'll be more interesting and realistic to simulate instead of a fully empty plane, we'll have some actual weight there. It makes a big difference in this game how much the weight is, how much weight you stick in it. I definitely experiment, especially with jetliners. It can be really challenging. See, we've got all sorts of military planes. This is a military air station. There's a bunch of fighter planes up there. It's kind of cool. Quite a few, actually. I think they do operate a lot of marine air, and this is a marine used by the Marine Corps, I believe that these guys here. All right, so before we're at the runway here, just a little power here. We're almost here, and then also some other stuff I didn't get to yesterday. I didn't get to operating the showing what I think is a bug in the autopilot, and I didn't even get to land vertically, which we're gonna try landing on a ship, which is hard. All right, we're gonna stop here. All right, parking brake on. We talk to these guys again. Talk to the tower. Request clearance from Clarence. Yeah. I'm never going to be tired of that joke. All right, finally. Oh, yeah. Aircraft. Weights and balances. Mass and balance. Seats. So I'm going to quick fill the seats. With about 80% full. Sorry, I'm looking at my takeoff weight. That should be fine. Okay, Nate. No, wait, I didn't load them in. All right, so let's load them in. Okay, quick fill to about 80%. Oops, about 80%. Let's see. Load the aircraft. You can see it kind of went. It felt lower. It kind of felt. Now, if I go and actually look in the back, I don't think we'll see anything. But let's just check. I can actually get in here, right? I don't think we'll see people. Yeah, you can still see empty seats, but that's it. We're just gonna have to imagine that there's people in there. All right, that's that thing. All right, we're ready to go. Parking brake off. So this should be a little more of a challenge than the previous ones. Oh yeah, because I got to have my feet on the floor because I got to move the nacelles to the correct position, but not too early. Okay, the nacelles are in a good position now, and we can start giving us our most of the power that we're going to need, like maybe all the power. And you see, we need a little more time. Previously, it basically just leapt right off the runway about now. Okay, we want a little more there. Now it's off. Oh, whoop. Okay. Yeah, it definitely feels heavy. Okay. Gear coming up. There's gear coming up there. All right, we start moving the nacelles forward, right? So they're much that way. But now we got to start watching our power. Okay, power comes back. Okay, very good. You're starting to hear speed come up. Reduce power even further. That's about where we want it. Very good. All right. And don't want to get too high up here. Oh yeah. So I want to put my cells all the way forward. Now they're completely horizontal, and we're changed into a horizontal flight mode. We're going to be trying to land vertically on an aircraft carrier. So trust me when I tell you that's going to be a challenge. All right, we want to head southwest. We're going to buzz the city of San Francisco, or San Diego, pardon. This is the freeway. So if you come down from LA, or wherever I'm coming from, you hit this freeway here. It's big. And you start getting the feeling that San Diego's coming up because things start getting a little jerky. Yeah. Frequency change. That was my speed. Oops, minimum power. Frequency change. There we go. More power. Okay, perfect. All right. It's definitely kind of cloudy there, but it's the kind of clouds where we can see the ground. If it were foggy, I would override the weather. But as it is, I want to keep it the way it is. So we're flying it effectively in the real weather. And again, this kind of cloud ceiling would be very common. It's probably in the 70s. It's probably not cold in San Diego. And maybe more. Probably not. Inland is probably hotter. You can kind of see how the clouds hit those mountains and stop because it's a marine layer. All right, now we're going to do that. This plane. Oh. Lots of subdivisions to see. San Diego, but yeah, San Diego is big. I mean, we're still quite a ways from the city. I've flown there a million times. I definitely want to fly the Osprey a lot and around places like Victoria Falls, which we just got. We did the Detroit, but what else did I just get? I got something else. Oh, Cape Town. We did Cape Town. It was pretty amazing. I was gonna say I want to fly it around my ranch, you know, where the barn is. It's not gonna fit through the barn. But it still might be fine to fly around the ranch. All right, check out all this stuff to see here. I think we might fly over. This is like something ridge or something. We might fly over where the zoo is on this path, kinda. Something weird happened. I got in some weird state. Oh, I know what happened. I forgot that I'm heavily loaded, and I was trying to do kind of a maneuver. Oof. Okay, we're fine. Actually, I'm gonna check something here. Why is my throttle not responding? Oh, okay, it is. We're heavily loaded, and for that reason, you have to be very careful. Okay, so the place I'm staying is right at the end of the runway, kind of. It's right down here. Kind of, I'm flying over it right about now. It's a little rental house. I think it's right down there. Kind of, right, sure. Right around there. It's pretty near the freeway. It's not too far from the convention center. I'm trying to stay kind of high up. But yeah, I don't know what happened there. So there's like an aircraft carrier there. I don't know if we can land on the one. That's the one that's static. It's always there. The convention center is right here. There. Like the hotels, there's 3 big hotels. One on each side, you know, 2 on each side of the convention center. And then there's the place where they land. Again, if we get much lower, because this plane requires a huge amount of resources just to run on its own, it's gonna get real jerky. And then there's the Coronado Bridge there. All sorts of stuff to see. So yeah, that's what we'll be hanging out there at the convention center. And then there's a couple blocks there. That's where the block party is. It's on the other side of the Gaslight District. And this is the hotel where last year there was a strike, and it was really, really noisy. They were making a lot of noise. It was kind of intentional. And there's your, you know, it's cool that they have kind of a downtown baseball park, because certainly not all West Coast cities do. Pretty much downtown, I guess. So yeah, I mean, San Diego. There's a bunch of airports. That's the airport there. But then there's another military airport on this island over here. But the place we're going, at least for this first trip, it's an aircraft carrier which is out here. Always. It's to the west. Oof. See, now we're getting the jerkies. I want to double check, but that usually means I filled up my... also, it's kind of getting unstable on the inside here. Well, I still have some GPU memory available, according to that. I'm saving up for a new GPU. It'll have more than 12 gig. That should help a lot for some of these planes. That's my speed. Traveling at high speed. Right, so we go... I've been to this place many times. And by this place, I mean these aircraft carriers. But it has been like a year or 2. So I might have to search. I think it's going to be on the map. I hope it's on the map. All right, why did it not tell me? Here we go. Map. There we go. Flight planner. Recenter. I think it's one of these things here. Okay, now we're having problems with the fact that the weather's not good. I can't see nothing. I was saying, as long as we have ground visibility, I'm okay. We're only 3,000 feet up, and I can't see anything on the ground. So we can easily miss an aircraft carrier going like, "Hey, Comic Crazy, good. I'm trying to find my aircraft carrier. I might have misplaced it slightly." All right, I'm gonna make the weather better. Using my magical wand to be able to see. So it's a little cloudy there. We're gonna go with few clouds, because I personally believe that this aircraft carrier is out here somewhere. There's a warship, and first of all, I'm way too high. So that's the beach there, and also in the wrong direction, because I know it's. I said it's east, but it's west. I run the wrong way. This is San Diego, but again, I'm trying to find the, I thought I loaded it. I think it's quite a ways to the west from here. Right? Alright, which way am I going now? So there's the whole Coronado Peninsula. It's beautiful. It's a lovely day. I just had to make the weather a little better. I know there might be. We have to stay low, or these ships will look really, really tiny. But I know it's a ways out west. I'll find it. Okay, we're still flying around. It's a little easier to fly this from the outside, but I have lots of experience with the Osprey. I think I should be able to get us. Okay, there's an encounter phase 10 pleasure craft. Okay, so none of those. But it wouldn't be there. It's further out west. If I remember correctly. It's like due west. We wouldn't be able to quite see it from here. Alright, so this is going to be fine because I want to show off what I think is a problem with the autopilot system. Also, that much... Oh, okay. Oh, I see what's going on here. We have to do a... we have to drop my... we have to change my load. We have to drop the guys. So what we're going to do is I'm opening up... I'm opening up the ramp door. Oh, you can't open up the ramp door at that speed. Interesting. Huh. Okay. Good to know. I wonder what the minimum speed... I guess you could... Yeah, I guess we have to be... Anyway, I'm just going to dump them. We're kind of overweight for that kind of landing. Because I was saying, normally you would... you'd go up... Let's say most of the people left... What's going on? Why am I crashing? I think it's because I'm overweight. Hey, come on, let's do this. Yeah, it's not going to let me do it. Oof. Alright. Now we're not overweight anymore. Alright. What I was going to say is... Okay, and that changes the I'm just looking for aircraft carriers. We haven't seen it yet. I would call it difficult to fly, but here's the issue. They have updated it. I want to get this going here. Okay, we're going to arm the autopilot. We're going to set our heading to 240 something, right? Let's see. Well, first of all, I want to hold altitude. All right, we're going to arm our heading to 240. About where we're heading, that direction. And our speed to say 215. And we're going to put those on. Now, it should hold us at... Oof. I don't know if it's operating. Let's see if it's going to do this thing. First of all, am I way too high up? Okay, U.S. government vessel. We may need to investigate that. Military ops. Or, yeah, I got myself way too high up because of that thing. Anyway, the point is I'm trying to see if it's working. Yeah, it's working now. It was struggling to hold the airspeed, and it would hit it and then it would back off. It's working now. It's working. Okay, fine. Right? Yeah. Okay. And I can turn using heading control. Right? 243. Okay. Let's see if I can. Okay. I'm not going to need that. Let's see if we can find this. What this is here. This U.S. government goal. We're going to get closer. But I don't know if that's the aircraft carrier I'm looking for. It's supposed to be near San Diego, so it shouldn't be too far. And I remember it being around here, but I don't know. I mean, like you could from the air, but yeah. Now I'm not. We'll have to see. We're losing speed. We're losing altitude. Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna overspeed. That's good. Military ops. We gotta get closer to see what it actually is. Might have to turn around. 2,000 feet above it. Yeah, that is not an aircraft carrier. It's supposed to be an aircraft carrier. Alright, let me see if I can find it. And if not, we'll go back and land on... we'll go back and land at San Diego. It's probably just a little further out west. Again, I don't remember exactly where it was. But again, I don't want to be that high anyway. So there's military ops there. Robert Gordon Sproul. That's not it. Legacy 2. Somebody's flying around. It should be visible from now, though, right? Let me again check my little... this thing sometimes is helpful. Flight planner. Where are we? We're here. Here's San Diego. Still getting a lot of cloud activity. All right, yeah, I want to turn around. I don't think we'll be able, first of all, I don't think we'll see it, but I don't think it's out here. I'll have to do some investigation about where those carriers are, because I think there's more specific information besides just the name of a bay. But it's the Millpack Simulations carrier or something. I'll have to figure it out. I'll look it up, the documentation. I just turned it back on today. Or you know, for first time I'm experimenting. Also, the Osprey has been updated for 2024. It's a little different, but again, yeah, it's a complicated weapon system. And again, the other interesting thing that we're going to need to do is you have to be pretty light to land in the helicopter mode. You wouldn't want to do it with a full load of passengers. So I imagine that, like, if you had people on board, they were in the jump seats and they were going to jump. They were in parachutes. They were going to jump out. Let's imagine. This is the MB-22 Osprey. It is a paid add-on thing. Comes in a bunch of different liveries, but keep watching. In about a few minutes, we're going to start changing from a plane to a helicopter. And a very unique, unusual one. But we can definitely land somewhere on a dot. I just don't know exactly where. Maybe we should try landing in the... yesterday I tried landing in the stadium in Detroit with the ATIA, and it wasn't really a hard landing. I mean, it wasn't a hard surface. So just because something looks like a hard surface doesn't mean you can land on it. You can land anywhere. It's our speed overspeed. You got to watch your flight envelope very carefully. It's very easy to overspeed, underspeed. Again, it's got these tilt rotor systems, so we're going to start tilting the rotors, and they're very sensitive to going too fast at certain speeds. So you can't just switch out. You go like that, zing to vertical, because the blades will explode. It has a lot of failure modes where you just kind of need to understand what you're looking at. I think there's an aircraft carrier parked here. Right? Yeah, helicopters can overspeed too, and yeah, the Huey can too. But this has, because those blades are so gigantic, they're just about going supersonic. The wingtips are going supersonic at normal speeds, and that limits the speed of this plane. But it allows it to do the amazing thing, which is support its own weight on the rotors, which we're going to show you in a second. There's a warship. What does that say over here? Again, warship. I think we looked at it and it wasn't a aircraft carrier, right? I think maybe it is in the port though. Come to think of it, we're gonna check. There's that warship there. I'll have to look and see if they're. Oh yeah, San Diego looks great today. Lots of stuff. Well, again, I changed the weather. It still looked great. So we're going to fly in through, again, there's a naval air station, and then there's the marine air station. I think this is the naval one. You know what I mean? Lots of little named boats in there. None of them are going to be, but it's kind of, yeah, it'll pop in, but we've got a sailing boat here. Oops, I'm going to overspeed. Okay. Beautiful. All right, we're going to start bringing the nacelles up. So you can see they're starting to rotate a little bit, aren't they? Yeah. They're coming up. So they're rotating, and as they do, I sort of slowly transit to a much slower vehicle where I can control. It's kind of a part helicopter, part regular plane. This is the San Diego International Airport here. I'm going to come down, slow down a little bit, and see if we can land in the ballpark of the ballpark. Yeah, the helicopters in the game are definitely not. Some of them are completely unflyable, and some of them are just hard to fly. And I just, I want something. I mean, this is hard to fly, but at least it's an interesting challenge. So I have my foot pedal set up to control the angle there, so I can go up down using foot pedals, which is important. Yeah, I got my 12 gigabyte research. And again, we got this yesterday flying this plane. This plane is like 2 gigabytes on its own. trying to keep them about. I'm trying to keep my envelopes. We're going to slow down. We're slowing down. Keep your nose up. You'll slow down even more. There we go. Getting a little buffeting here. I'm trying to get the. I'm getting my rotors even further. They're almost. They're like almost vertical. Once we do get slow enough, we can eventually start kind of like flying like a helicopter. And now I will be able to go fully vertical. Okay, that alarm indicates my sync rate. You want to be careful, like any helicopter. Once you get into a high sync rate, you get into a vortex, a wingtip vortex situation.
Sync rate.
That's fine.
Sync rate. Sync
So I'm watching my vertical rate very carefully.
Sync rate. Sync
It's good.
Sync rate.
So I got my hand on the throttle here. There's my destination. Again, it's very hard to do this from here because you can't really see below you that well.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate.
And you just got to be patient. You just want to let it go at its own rate. Hopefully we'll be able to do a precision landing. This is about the optimal sync rate. But you can see we're going down. Not a bad thing, but we're going down. We're going to have to move forward too. Not too far forward. Trying to land as close as I can to, you know, the middle of this field. It looks like it's under construction, but that's fine. It should be flat enough for where I want to go. Oh, landing gear. Didn't have my gear down. That's not good. Gear's down now. Also, we're kind of heavy on fuel, but I think we're okay. This is what it looks like from here. It's scary. Like most helicopters, as you get close to the ground, you get this ground effect where you need to give it a lot more power to a little bit of a hard. That's about as good as I ever do. Okay, parking brake on. Comes to a stop. That's where we landed. I was trying to get as close. You can see it's not. It's not a ton of room in there. Looks like the field's under construction, but at least it's hard. The last play, you know, when I tried to land in a field in Detroit, I just went through the bottom. Because, you know, it was effectively not a hard surface. Well, that was fun. We're gonna take off and land at the airport again. I like that. I mean, I felt pretty, you know, I'm learning every time I do this, I learn a little bit more. I think we could take off vertically from here just by giving it some power. Oops, let's get to the right seat over here. We're in the correct seat. Let's see, what are we at? 86. I'll make sure we're at absolutely vertical again. 90 degrees. We're at 90 degrees. It's absolutely stone vertical. And then when we land, we'll land using a different method. We'll land on a runway, but with them at an angle, because that's a whole other challenge. All right, so I'm bringing power up here. We're gonna come up here. I just want to maintain stability. You can see the smoke. There's smoke. There's dust. You don't want to overtorque the engine, and we want to start moving those things down, moving them forward. Okay, gear up. Moving the cells forward. There they go. Gears coming in. Beautiful day. Well, I changed the weather. Less power. Here we are. There's the freeway. Let's buzz the Hotel Coronado. Which looks beautiful in the game and in real life. It's at the end of the bridge, I think. Right? Come around here, but I'll have to find the aircraft carrier. I've got a bunch. I mean, there's that one that's right there. That's parked right in front of the convention center, basically. But there's definitely one out at sea. I'll have to see if I can find it. There's a lot of different military vessels here. I mean, that's huge. But what I want to do is check the where the Coronado Hotel is this way. There's a couple of hotels. The Coronado is really recognizable, right? It's one of these. Maybe not. Maybe I missed it. Maybe it's the other side of the peninsula. Wherever this is pretty. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, the Coronado is here. It's a little. It's at this end here. There used to be none of those hotels. This was the original one. But it's such a beautiful design. It's very iconic. If you've ever seen it before, you go, oh yeah. Everyone jump out using your magical parachutes. Hotel Coronado, San Diego. I think when I was a little kid, we stayed there. It was just like a real, like my parents wanted to stay like a prestigious place. It was okay. I don't remember. I was a little kid. All right, back in the plane. Lots of beachfront terrain. All right, so we're gonna go back up to Miramar and land on a runway. And the other thing I really love about this plane is it's so smooth on the inside. It's got a low center of gravity because the fuel tanks are located in those bulges on the side. Again, we're getting pretty jerky around here at low level because it's a big plane, a very complicated plane that requires a lot of computing resources and memory, and there's also this huge city nearby that's going pretty crazy. So, okay, there's an aircraft carrier down there. That's might be where it is. Right there. So for next time, I'll know where the aircraft carrier is. It's right there. Oh, maybe we should land on it now. I want to go back and land at Miramar, which is right up here. Alright, we're crossing over the airport. We're going to head northeast. The airport. Boy, everything looks great today. Just a little jerky, but the detail level is great. I turned up the detail level. It is what it is. After this, we're going to play some big brain games. It's going to be a short break. I'm going to put my Gibson guitar, Les Paul guitar on. I'm wearing a matching shirt that says Gibson Les Paul on it. Other than that, it doesn't match anything. I'll play the guitar for a while. I'm looking forward to that because I like to play my guitar. I'm like Carlos Santana. I like to play my guitar. I wish I played as well as Carlos Santana. Well, like most people play guitar a lot. I really do. It's really enjoyable. The more you do it, the more the more fun it is, anyway. For musical stuff. Oh, we're way over speeding here. Almost hitting the limit. What is my speed here? What is my power? It's hard to tell what your power is. It doesn't. Unfortunately, does not show it in the outside view. Yeah, 84 is a little high. It kind of shows a torque number, but it doesn't show your throttle number. All right, is it, oh, is this, that's Henderson. The MCAS is up here. Or not Henderson, whatever it is. Right? Let me find it. Yeah, it's right ahead. It's this huge thing up here. Okay, so we're gonna come here on this side. And basically approach it like a regular plane. But the one thing you got to note is you cannot land with your engines configured like that, or the propellers will hit the ground when you land. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be a pretty sight. But you can land with them at a partial angle and land like a much, you know, like you had flaps. Which, well, anyway, like a much slower, easier to fly plane. So we're going to try that. I didn't, you know, it's a little different than. Then trying to go get all the way into helicopter mode. So we're gonna land on that runway there. Be careful these hills here. Slow things down a little bit here. Want to get a nice little separation from the runway here. But again, like any of these planes, the interesting thing is when you're landing is using the throttle to control your rate of descent, as opposed to the pitch. Very similar to. Okay. All right, we're going to start actually going into our other flight mode here. We're going to make a turny turn. We're going to bring out our landing gear. Comes. going to start bringing up the nacelles. See them turning there. We're going to put the nacelles in short landing mode, which is right around here. And that's a good place. Anywhere, you know, they just have to be high enough so that the propellers are not going to hit the ground. We make a nice little... we're going to land on that on the shorter one. We need very little runway to land. You'll see that because what we can do is just slow down the plane by raising our pitch. Just want to make sure we're not going too fast. So I'm using those increasing throttle or decreasing throttle. Just gonna come in real slow. Okay, now we're properly configured with the propellers flying. This is what it looks like from out here. Kind of high. So I'm gonna increase throttle a little bit more. We're still not gonna need much of this runway. You can still flare out a little bit, but it's not exactly like a plane. You don't really have that ability to flare out. But it's not very dramatic when done correctly. No reason for a lot of drama. It's probably I could learn to do that a little bit better. Full braking. And then we can put our engine, we want to brake, we can put those like that. And that'll help brake even more. Okay. Alright, that was kind of fun. I'm going to park near those other planes, which is down this way. Oops. Sure, too much. Sorry. Okay, parking brake off, right? Alright, now we're driving. I think this is where we took, yeah, there's like a million, I want to take a screenshot with me parked next to those military planes. Beautiful day out here. So we're going to be doing a little taxiing, that's fine. Again, I keep saying it's a beautiful day, but then I remember I messed with the weather, so it happens. I made it a beautiful day. It was still pretty nice, but not quite as nice. Hopefully we'll have good weather for the TwitchCon in October. It's generally good weather all year round, so it's not likely to be like stormy and raining, we'll put it that way. Okay, I want to go that way, so we're going to kind of turn here. Make a sharpish turn. Right over the apron here, it's fine. We got some palm trees here at the airport. This is the naval station. Lots of these military planes up here. I want to kind of like work my way in here. Maybe take a shot alongside of them. Probably the F-14s looks like. They probably, you know, F-14s are pretty common. Anyway, I would say I would say it's a difficult plane to fly, but it's very rewarding. Oh yeah, we're gonna do the coolest part of it. If you haven't seen this before, this is the coolest part of the entire thing. I keep forgetting how cool this is. We're gonna do this. Okay, look at all these F-14s. That's pretty cool. Well, we're just gonna sidle in here. Look how thick we are, but we're gonna get nice and thin real soon. You know what I'm saying? I'll show you in a second. We're gonna right here. All right, so for this trick, we're gonna put our nacelles in the vertical position, 90 degrees. I'm checking 78, 88, 88, 89, 92 is too many. Well, 90 degrees, perfect. All right, and we're kind of gonna reverse the procedure here. So APU is on. Turn the APU on, please. Let's get that done here. APU run gauge. Wait for the green light to come on. APU is on. Shut the engines off. Just doing this rather quickly so we can have some time to do the fun stuff. Rotor brake on. That will start the rotors actually slowing down. Otherwise, it would take about 5 minutes for them to slow down. But they have these braking systems. Like helicopters have rotor brakes too. So they come to a full braking. Cool. This is gonna be fun. If you haven't seen this, this next few minutes is kind of the most fun part. All right, rotor brake off. We're gonna go to here. We're gonna go to our systems page in our MFD. We're gonna go to our BFWS, our weapon stow system. We're gonna request full stow with rotor lock. All right, so we got to watch carefully what's going to go on here because this is a whole show. First of all, the rotors turn to a specific position, and this is all an automated system. There's a computer system there. It's doing rotor lock. The next after the rotors lock, there's this thing called flap position. See how the flaps are all the way down, which would be very difficult, typical when you landed. The flaps they're auto flaps. They're not usually controlled by the pilot. They can be, but they typically down. But that's a problem. Okay, wait, we're almost at rotor lock. Hopefully. I hope we're at rotor. I've never seen it do this long. I think we're there. We're like, it doesn't seem to be locking. There it goes. Finally. Okay, the flaps. That's rotor lock. Now the flaps. The next section is the flaps go up. That's not a big deal. Okay, so we have flap position. Now we have fold blades. This whole system is designed so that you can fit as many of these on an aircraft carrier as possible. So now each of the 3 blades folds using a hydraulic system. All this is powered by the hydraulic system in the APU because the engines are off, obviously. Now the cells automatically rotate to the forward position. This is what it looks like from here. You can kind of see them eerily moving in position, from the pilot seat. Okay, and it shows our stage that we're currently in is lower nacelles, and then fold wing, and then sequence complete. So fold wing, the wing moves an entire 90 degrees on a pivot. Again, all of this is powered by the wing itself because the wing has the APU in it, and all the hydraulic systems are routed through the wing. There's no fuel in the wing. The fuel is in those pods on the sides. And you can see that there's heat coming out of the wing. That's the APU generating power. But then it folds up like this. It's so incredibly neat. I did not know this could do this until I bought this add-on and was playing with this. I'm like, what the hell? And kind of how it's curved down in the back. The reason for that little curve behind the tail is so that the engine will slot in there or something. I don't know. Because, yeah, it's kind of amazing. And then the packaging is incredible. Look how it's like narrower than a bus, basically. So unlike these other planes, which they have foldable wings, so that you can put them a lot more on. These are even narrower than those like F-14s. All right, while we're here, okay, so system complete. We don't need that. BFS complete. We're gonna open the doors, side door and ramp door. The side door opens really cool. Kind of has this 2 pieces here. One piece and then folds out, pops out there, kind of cool. And the back door there kind of shows you there's 24 jump seats, there's 12 on each side. And presumably if you're going slow enough, you can open up the back door and they can jump out. But you can't do that at full speed, apparently. It's structural issues. Okay, so then to reverse the, to turn things off, we're just going to turn things off. I like to leave things the way I found them. So we're going to turn off the APU. Yeah, just disengage. Not crank, disengage. And turn off the battery bus. And then everything's nice and cold. Really cool. So a beautiful system. What I want to do is take a little screenshot here. Let's see, where are we? We're here. I'm hoping I can get this something, it's always a vibe when I take a picture of this, and it's because you can barely tell that it's an airplane. You think maybe it's crashed or something like that, or broken. But if you know what you're looking at, it's like, yeah, that's an Osprey. Fold it up. Yeah, it's definitely add-on. It was kind of expensive add-on content. I don't remember what I paid, along with the aircraft carrier, Miltech Super Pro. Might have been like $40 for both. But I get a lot of use out of it. I do get a lot of use out of my Osprey. All right, we're gonna go to the big brain games. So beware if you're gonna play a Quirtle game today. You don't want to see because you'll see the answers. All right, hold on a second. That was fun though. I don't know. We'll be flying more tomorrow. It's all I can tell you is that I love the flight simulations. And I'm kind of glad I found out that it seems like the autopilot was working correctly. So I need to figure out what's going on there. And the other thing I was doing there, which was experimenting with loading, was kind of interesting too. I don't know if you really appreciate that, but it definitely handled really differently with that extra passenger load as opposed to an empty, um, which is very you want that to be the case. Oh yeah, it looks like you missed some flying. Well, I flew the MV-22 Osprey over San Diego because I'm going to San Diego next month. Yay! And I was looking for the aircraft carrier, the Militech Simulations aircraft carrier. I'm not sure if it's just the one that's in port or not. It probably is. I thought it was out in the ocean. I'll figure it out. I'll find it. There's one that's moving out there, and there's one that's static. Anyway, but I did land in the San Diego Padres baseball park. That's always fun. All right, wait, what am I showing? I'm showing my terrible YouTube stats here. 1 second here. Let me just bring up the big brain games. No, don't do that. The first of the big brain games is the Quirtle. It's me trying to solve 4 or 5 letter words same time. So let me tell you a little story. Every day before, right when I get up, I do the New York Times Wordle puzzle. As I say, it's a big California city. I don't love it. It's where the convention is. So I wouldn't go there if like I could pick any city to visit in California or anywhere. San Francisco wouldn't be that high on the list. It's crowded. It's expensive. There's a lot of annoying things. Anything that's like a tourist attraction or someplace where you want to go is going to be packed with people. That kind of stuff. All right, what do we got here? How about lower left swamp? But again, it's for me. It's kind of a social thing. And could this lower right one be chain? Oh, it could be China or chain. They're both. No, it can't be China because the A is there. Let's see. So this one has a B, O, and N, and an I. Let's see. Could it be bingo? B-I-N-G-O? That's just a word I see a lot in these games. All right, I was in the middle of telling a story. So I was doing the Wordle. Yes, I got the Detroit Windsor Payware. I got it for $5. Yes, no, I did it. That was there. We were both at the same time. I was watching you there, and I was like, yeah, I was just there earlier in the day. Anyway, the point is, if you didn't hear the story, I tried landing in the baseball park because it really looks great, and I went I sank into the field like 10 feet when I tried to land on the field. So the field is not really where the bottom of the park is. In other words, but which is reasonable. Yeah, no, I know. I'll be flying there a lot. Windsor looks great. All those modern buildings and Bell Island, which is up a little ways, looks great. But in general, Detroit looks amazing. There's Dearborn. They have the Ford headquarters. Looks really cool. So yeah, I'll be flying around there a lot. It's for $5 content, I was very impressed. But I just been buying a lot of content. I bought Windsor. I bought and Detroit, and I bought Victoria Falls. That was $14. It's really amazing. But for me to get my money's worth, we're gonna have to fly Victoria Falls a lot. So we might be flying the MV-22 Osprey in Victoria Falls tomorrow. Okay, I got one left to right. Oh no, darn it! You guys keep distracting me. I'm telling you a story about today's Wordle, a New York Times Wordle. So I do the Wordle every day, and I have the three same starting words every day for the Wordle. And guess what? It's the 3 same starting words I use for every of these 5-letter words: noisy, play, and crumb. So I use those for the Wordle, and I don't change them. I don't guess. I don't have time to come up with a new starting word every time. Miami City. If you go to the falls, Miami City in Ohio, right? Not Miami City, Florida. Is that what are you talking about? The one in Ohio, right? Anyway, oh no, the Victoria Falls. We'll probably do that tomorrow. Anyway, so I typed in noisy into the world today, and spoiler alert, the word is noisy for today. It just happened to be the one day that my starting word was the word in Wordle, so I got it in one. Fun story, huh? So I sent it to, but the point is, I have a group of people on Discord that we post our Wordle results every day, and I was like, yeah, I got it in one today. It was just happened to be my regular starting word, noisy. Well, now you know what the Wordle is, okay? And then I saw a lot of people are struggling to get noisy in Wordle. I mean, because it's probably not their starting word, and then it's a hard word. Oh, it's an add-on. Oh, with $5. Oh, that one. Oh, minus a time, so it's another five. I might. I've been buying so many add-ons that the thing is, I do use them. I mean, I do get my money's worth effectively out of them because of the stream. All right, let me see if I can figure this last one. All we know is there's an L and an A. What could I guess here? Let's see. The new Yosemite. Well, you know what is I'm kind of saving up for? Have you guys heard about the Jurassic Park one? The new Jurassic Park. So, and again, right. In addition to buying that, I bought. They had a sale. They're having a sale in the marketplace on scenery. So I bought the Cape Town, which was I think $9 maybe, and it's worth it. I flew Cape Town yesterday. It looks amazing, and the Cape Town at night was fantastic. So I'll be flying around there because I have friends in Cape Town. You're distracting me. I need to come up with a word that has an A and an L in it. Let's see. That has these words. All right, we're going to come up with a word called valid because it's a valid word for these things here. Yeah, it's $25. Yeah, she saw it. Well, they got it free. You know what I mean? The basic package is $25, but then it goes up to $40 or something. Because there's not just scenery. There's also airplanes that look like the planes in Jurassic Park. Because there's quite a few airplanes that are kind of the paint job and everything is is familiar to people who see the movies. And I think it would be cool to fly a plane. So there's two kind of things where they get you. One is the scenery, the Isla Nublar, and a bunch of other islands that have dinosaurs running around them, and have the parks. I kind of want it. $25 is a lot of money for scenery. But yeah, so I'm definitely looking into that. But yeah, I mean, I could spend all my money on scenery, but I wouldn't have no money. But it's not that much. Okay, so we're gonna do after we do the initial Quirtle. The next game I like to do on a daily basis is called the Revealed. Today's Revealed our history and society. Oof, this could be hard. The correct answer is going to have a 6-letter word, not 2-letter word, and looks like a 7-letter word. And the only thing we get to go off of is this heavily redacted document that I'm going to read out loud. That includes the answer in it. And we can't get that, but we can get these darker ones and reveal them. But the name of the game is figuring out which one of these, the minimum number of these darker ones we can get to figure out what it is. We'll need a few of them at least. Let me just read this. What we're looking for is a blank thing on thing. I like to do this differently. Blank in the blank US. Blank. The blank of the blank of the blank and blank. Oof. Standing blank. Is it the Statue of Liberty? I don't know. I didn't cheat. It's just some of these just are kind of obvious. All right. Blah, 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 blah. All right, moving on. I figured it. I solved it. In general, other players did not need a lot of hints for this one, for the Statue of Liberty, and mainly because you get you get 6 letters, 2 letters, and 7 letters. It's that kind of narrows it down. Especially anyway. Let's get into it. All right. I don't like to spend all day on these, so we're moving on to the next. Guess what? Today is the hardest of the week tightrope trivia quiz. The tightrope trivia is a 9-question timed multiple choice trivia quiz. Hey, I personally consider myself a trivia master, certified trivia master. So you're like, oh yeah, you'll get all these, right? Hey, this is the hardest one. I rarely get the Sunday quiz. Okay. Well, tree mods. I don't have any tree mods, like the tree height mods. I'm sure you're copy and pasting that. They're all handmade. Don't normally exist in games. If you have flyers with you, oh right, so they won't be like if you flew over your house on Santa Barbara Island and I didn't have the mod, I'd at least see Santa Barbara Island. It's a bare island with nothing on it. So yeah, you do the trivia as well. Okay, no, you didn't hand copy paste that. You actually typed that. Thank you. That's interesting information. But yeah, the thing is, for me, it's not necessarily about flying with other people. It's about generating content because for 5 days a week, I'm doing this. Hey, as soon as I hit this play button, it's timed, and how fast you do it is a major component of your score. So I got to get ready to have a little Diet Coke here, make sure I'm settled in here. I'm going to get some of these wrong, so I don't want to go in a tilt, and if I get one wrong, get all upset with myself. That's the key part. There it is. It is a Moss. Oof. Mushroom. Oof. Already hard ones. Oof. Oh, I don't know it. I don't know this one. These are already really too hard. We might have to. Yeah, you only get 2 wrong. She put curtains that were opaque. Something vocabulary. Yeah, no. I mean, they're shooting for the hard ones right away. It's linen, right? It's cotton linen. We all know that. U.S. paper money, paper, cotton linen. I'm not gonna get all these. 14 IRAs. Yes, this is. Well, that's Sweden. If you got to know about Sweden, Sweden's on a bunch of islands. I mean, Stockholm. That I know from flying over Stockholm. It's got to be respect, right? Sock It To Me, which was from Laugh-In, they stole. It's got to be. Oof. Milk. Oh, I kind of knew that. All right, that's it for the trivia today. I'm not even gonna try it again. I'm just gonna go. Didn't finish. Hey, it is what it is. I do these every day, so you got to be able to pick yourself up. Those were hard. These were all, if I were in a team setting, I think you would take a couple people working together to solve these really hard ones. But I'd hold my own. All right, moving on to the last of the big brain games. That was a medium-sized brain game right there. All right, we're gonna do one octurtle. This is a classic octurtle. It's eight of these 5-letter word puzzles. Yes, noisy plate and crumb. I'm not gonna change unless you come up with 3 better starting words. And every now and then I talk about the what makes 3 good starting words for these games. Let's see. We've got a couple of things that could be lower right. I think that's got to be T's, right? Yeah. Pride. P-R-E-I-D. Okay, good. And the D showed up here. So this could be steed. Anyway, the point is I've used all the vowels, so I don't need to worry about figuring out what the vowels might be here. Let's see. This could be Baron on the upper left. But the hard one is the rescue. This just could be puffy, could be puppy. Oof. And this could be hunch or, let's just guess hunch. I've got a hunch it might be right. Oops. Hunch. H-U-H. Hunch. Hunch. I think oh geez. Something's happening with my mouse here. Yes, I had a hunch. All right, let's move on. Okay, we got these 2 down here. There's a P. It could be spook or swoop. Could be a couple things. All right, let's wait on that one. Okay, what's this last one up here? All right, we knew it's PU something. All right, well, we're going to have to guess something. Yeah, that's what I thought. Spook. Ooh, spoof. I think we have enough extra guesses here. All right, we got 2 left. Oh, these are going to be hard. Yeah, so now we know it has F in it, so it's puffy. That helped there. And we got 1 left. This is going to be the hard one. It probably is ER. It could be liver. Let's try liver. Okay, we won. All right, now this is the final big brain game that I do on a daily basis. It's the rescue. It's hardest. It's the hardest of the octorals. I mean, they do 5 different variations, and every single day you could play all 5, and I usually do. It's hardest because I don't get to use those powerful 3 starting words. It chooses 4 random ones at random for you. And so you basically have to battle your way back from a bunch of bad choices, random choices. For example, none of the words have a U in it or a Y. But there's always some that are kind of obvious. Let's see. This one is FRO, and then there's a T. So it's Oh, it could be frost or front. Too many things. Let's stay. This one here though, could be fiber. Fibre. This one here, and that's pretty much all it could be. What is that one? I don't know that one. These, oh geez, there's a bunch of hard ones here. Bunch of hard ones. Okay, that we might just guess something there because yeah, we're not getting anything. There's an I and a T, but it could be antic or attic. You know what? We're just gonna guess antic and hope for the best. It was attic. I'm not. You know, I needed to get lucky and I didn't. Or wait a minute. I think it could be also something else, right? I think it just be attic. Right? All right. Well, at least we get one word. Well, we got two so far. All right. And then after this, I'm going to take a short break. It'll be guitar time. I don't know what exactly is going to go on there. It'll probably be pretty typical. Oh, this one on the upper left. Now we know it does know it has two T's. We just found that out. But no, I was thinking maybe it could be taunt. But no. Because there's no N in it. And there's two T's. So if it starts with a T, T-A something. Oof. But then we have a T, a C, and an H. C-A. If it starts with the C, then it's something, and there's an H and a T, and it can't be T-H. So I don't think it starts with a C. This is interesting. So if it doesn't start with a C, then the C has to be after there. T-A-C. And then the H would have to be there, but what could that be? That's not a word. So if it starts with the A, H, A, and there's a T and a C, it has to be C. That's interesting. I wonder what that word is. Wow. I kind of like it when it's a challenge. All right, what did I decide here? Oh yeah, we've gone long enough where now I know it's not froth, it's front. So that's good enough. I'm glad we waited on that one. This one here ends in ER and has an N in it. What could it be? Sure. Wasn't sure. Okay. Could have been, but it wasn't. Oh, yeah, it had to have an N in it. I'm not hot today on this one. Now we know there's an A, there's a U, there's a sorry. Could that be yucca? I bet it could be. It wasn't. My guesses are terrible today. But I'm just having an off day on the. I think I'm just having an off day on the 5-letter words here. This one here, I finally figure out what it is. It's a tough word. It's yacht, which is why I was struggling on it because it's got that CHT in there, and I didn't have the Y. All right, we got 2 guesses to guess 4 words, so we're not going to say, but I would like to get 2 more. Let's see. Now we don't have the A, so it's got to be SPEA and then K, right? Speak. Okay, that's good. And the K was helpful up here. Yeah, so that's quack. QUACK. These are hard words today. And I don't know what the last word is. We're about to find out. Tasty. All right. I think I'm retiring from the big brain games for today with a score of crappy. But you know what? This you just got to pick yourself up and move on. Tomorrow will be more big brain games. There'll be a freshly poured glass of Diet Coke. This is still pretty good though. This still, it's still got that Diet Coke hit. I'm still really enjoying it. All right, this means that I'm going to switch to the musical category, and we got a lot of streaming to do. Musical category, hi ho. Give me a couple minutes to run my mid roll, and I'm going to plug my guitar in and kind of tune it up a bit. But other than that, it's much less time consuming than when I switch to the piano. That's for sure. My camera's all messed up. Let's figure it out. I fix it. Hi, Fixie. All right, we're off of mute. I got my little setup going here. I got kind of tuned up. What a guitar, man. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Meet me in the crowd. People, throw your love around. Happy, happy, take it in your hands. Take it. There's no time to cry. Gold and silver shine. Happy people holding hands. Shining happy people laughing. Anyway, I want the whole song. We'll do some REM songs later. I just kind of introduced you to this particular guitar. It's kind of, I got about 15 of them. This one is, I bought this in 2011. It basically started my guitar acquisition syndrome off. I'd had a Les Paul Standard that from 1980, which I didn't really like that much, and I kind of kept it on the wall most of the time. And I sold it online. I bought it for $450. I sold it for like $900. And so I was happy. But then later I was like, well, I really do want a Les Paul. But so I bought this on Amazon. This was at a time, right in 2011, you could buy stuff on Amazon, and not only was the shipping was free, there was no tax. So you had that magical time when you click on something that said $799 and say send it to you, and it showed up later, and they charged you $799. And we don't get that anymore, man. That was the good old days. And this was a $799 purchase. I mean, nowadays it's it's a studio model. It's kind of the base of the USA line there. But this is a real Les Paul made in USA studio. I specifically got it because I wanted one with kind of this basic finish. They made them in two. There's a brown one and it's called the Worn Cherry, and this is the cherry one, which I just think is a little nicer than the brown one. But it's a very, very, very thin finish. There's almost no finish. You can take your fingernail and make indentations on it. It's kind of soft. And ask me how I know I've done it. So, but it's a great, God, this guitar plays so good. And the secret is that the studios, while they have somewhat less, the finish is cheap. There's no binding on the body. There's no binding on the neck. Whatever. I don't need that stuff. But you get the Burstbucker Pro pickups, the highest end Gibson pickups, effectively that they have, and they put the best pickups in there, so it sounds really good. And just something about the geometry of this car. But anyway, I bought this in 2011. This kind of kicked off, where I eventually wanted to buy. Some years later, I bought a Stratocaster I have on the wall, and a Telecaster, and some other Fenders, and a couple other Les Pauls. I have another Gibson Les Paul, and I have 3 Epiphone Les Pauls, which are all really nice guitars. All right, I'm gonna sing this song that I like to do. It's called Modern Jesus by Portugal the Man. It's not a religious song. Come on in, take a seat next to me. We got what you need. We may be liars preaching to choirs, but we can sell your dreams. You don't need sympathy, they got a pill for everything. Just take that dark cloud, bring it out to wash it down. Buddy, my reverb. Don't pray for us. We don't need a modern Jesus to roll with us. The only role we need is never Giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. We are the ones who start little fires, yet they burn out. When they're on the rise, they can't help but shine. And when the wave approaches, take our ashes to the ocean. Who cares if hell awaits? We're having drinks at heaven's gate, but don't pray for us. We don't need no minor Jesus to go with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. We know that we're helpless, at least that's what we assume. But we don't need to prove nothing to you. Let's all stay cool. You don't want to feel blue, but we won't sell you nothing you can't use. Don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to go with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. Anyway, the other one I like to do as an acoustic is semi-acoustic. It's really easy to memorize these lyrics for some reason. At least this song. Where's my tune here? Did I go to tune? A little bit. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy, and God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Mothers, tell your children not to do as I've done. Spend your life in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. I got one foot on the platform and another foot on the train. I'm going down to New Orleans to wear that ball and chain. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy, and God, I know I'm the one. your skin. I'm sinking in. What must be for real? Now I can feel, and I didn't mind. It's not my kind. It's not my time to wonder why everything goes white and everything's gray. Well, now you're here and now you're away. I don't know this. Remember that. I'll never forget you where you're at. I don't let the days roll by. Glycerine, glycerine. Needed you more when I wanted us less. I could not kiss, just regress. It might just be pure, simple, and plain. Well, that's just fine. That's just one of my names. I don't let the days go by. I could have been easier on you. I could have changed the way I wanted to. I should have been easier by 3. Our old friends fear and you and me. Glycerine. Wanted whip. I'm never alone, alone all the time. Are you at one or do you lie? We live in a wheel where everyone steals. But when we rise, it's like strawberry fields. If I treated you bad, you bruised my face. Couldn't love you anymore, you got a beautiful taste. I don't let the days go by. I got up and easier on you. Glycerine, glycerine, glycerine. Glycerine is by a 90s, 80s, 90s band called Bush. I think they're still around. Gin Blossoms, Bush, Stone Temple Pilots, Counting Crows, A Crowded House. That was my jam back then. All right, where are we going to switch over to the YouTubes here? See what we got to say. A little accompaniment for the old voice here. There should be good. All right, Sister Golden Hair, America. What year? A long time ago. Not 2012. 70s. All right. It goes like this, right? I guess I want to try to make sure I can get that smoothly. It's the little opening bars. It's very better. Well, I tried to make it someday, but I got so depressed. And I set my sights on Monday, and I got myself undressed. I ain't ready for the altar, but I do agree there's times when a woman sure can be a friend of mine. Well, I keep on thinking about you, Sister Golden Hair Surprise. And I just can't live without you. Can't you see it in my eyes? All right. Actually, I want to do American Psycho. There's a bunch of these songs we did last time, and a bunch we didn't get to. So let's see what we didn't do. We didn't do a bunch of these, but we certainly didn't do Psycho, not American Psycho, Psycho Killer. Which I thought was really fun to do. I can't seem to face up to the you can't even finish it. You're talking a lot, but you're not saying anything. Why have nothing to say? My lips are sealed. Say something once, why say it again? Psycho killer, just can say, better run, 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 run away. Oh, oh, oh. Psycho killer, just can say, better run, 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 run away. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Say, stay for life. Well, they got the French down. C'est qu'elle a dit, c'est cela. Renaissance, moi. Renaissance, veux pas quoi. Ok. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are blind. Psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? Va, 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 better run, 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 run away. Oh, oh, oh. Psycho killer, qu'est-ce que c'est? Va, 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 better run, 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 run away. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, 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 yeah. By the way, thank you. I recognize you have made a request to Steve Gabry Home. I don't know the song. I'd probably massacre it. So I really appreciate the request. I appreciate the idea that and the suggestion. I might look into it off like later today and see it's either a song I know or a song I could play. And I'll get back to you on that. Unfortunately, I don't do kind of learning on stream. You know, these are songs I've done approximately 1 million times before. Speaking of 1 million times, oh, this is the one I clicked on. It's not a bad song though. Doing it like that. It's like this. You better take care if I find you been creeping on my back stairs. Yeah, I know the song. Okay. Damn it. Sailor. That's B. I can do that. Okay, fine. That's what I thought it was. She's been looking like a queen in a sailor's dream, and she don't always say what she really means. Sometimes I think it's a shame when I get do one I'm familiar with.
Sinking.
Hey Charles, how you doing? You're getting to work, right? I thought you're at work.
I will wear that dress. Oh, it's me. Beneath the milky twilight, leave me down on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hands, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling. So kiss me. We'll take the trail marked on your father's map. Oh, kiss me. Lead me to milky twilight. Lead me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling. So kiss me. Your open hands, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moon sparkling. So kiss me.
Shall remain one of my all-time favorite songs. Oh, but I really do kind of want to do Wonderwall for the 8 millionth time. Hey man, these people have to perform it every night for like months at a time. So I'll just pretend I'm one of them, one of them Oasis dudes. 'Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you. By now, you should have somehow realized what you gotta do. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. Backbeat, the word is on the street, but the fire in your heart is out. I'm sure you've heard it all before, but you never really had a doubt. I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now. And all the roads we have to walk are winding. All the lights that lead us there are blinding.
There are many things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Then baby, it's gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. I said, baby, you're gonna be the one that saves me. After all, you're my wonderwall. Said, baby, you're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me. You're gonna be the one that saves me.
That's a great song. Wait a minute. Actually, before I've been neglecting my REM songs. I'm concerned, very concerned that REM will kick me out of the karaoke club. But today's REM song is going to be, for now at least, Strange. Oops. Strange Currencies. I'm supposed to spell it right. This one? Yes. Wait, give me a second, because I like to start right from the beginning. I need to practice a little bit. Here it goes, right?
I don't know why you're mean to me. When I call on the telephone,
Alright, I got it. Just gotta get the opening here.
I don't know why you're mean to me. When I call on the telephone, I don't know what you mean to me. I wanna turn you on, turn you up, figure you out. I wanna take you on. These words, you will be mine. These words, you will be mine all the time. Now a fool might be my middle name, but I'd be foolish not to say. Gonna make whatever it takes, bring you up, pull you down, sign your name, secret love, make it rhyme, take you in, make you mine. These words, you will be mine. These words, you will be mine all the time. Ooh. chance, second chance, third chance, fourth chance, a word of signal, not a little breath for myself to catch myself and make it real. Real. These words, you will be mine. These words, you will be mine all the time. Ooh, these words, you will be mine. These words, hold me down, catching my throat, let me pray to say love's goodbyes. Ooh.
Wonder if I can do Painted Black. Are you actually going to give me Painted Black? Maybe? Yes? Painted Black? Nice. I like this redo. Escapo 2. Which is the original record tune. Live versions are always non-capo. It's the original record version.
I see a rainbow and I want it painted black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. I see that those walk by dressed in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head until my darkness goes. I see a line of doors and they're all painted black. With flowers and my love will never to turn black back. I see people turn their heads and quickly look away. Thinking people, baby, it just happens every day. I look inside myself and see my heart is black. I see my red door, I must have it painted black. Maybe then I'll fade away and not have to face the facts. It's not easy facing up when your whole world is black. No more will my green seagull turn a deeper blue. I could not foresee this thing happening to me. If I look hard enough into the setting sun, I looked at life with me before the morning comes. I see a red door and I want it painted black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black. I see that girls walk by dressed in a summer clothes. I have to turn my head until my darkness goes. Wanna see you painted, painted black, black as night, black as gold. See the sun blotted out of the sky. See you painted, painted black.
I don't take this song seriously. It's like the ultimate goth emo song. No. I got any other thing else in the tank? See if I got anything in the tank that I want to do. No. This is a really short song, and I'm not going to play it the guitar part. Because I like Jim. I love my Jim. I got to learn the guitar part. But I like singing it. I'm not. No Jim Croce.
If I could save time in a bottle, the first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you. If I could make days last forever, if words could make wishes come true, I'd save every day like a treasure, and then again I would spend them with you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I've looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with. If I had a box just for wishes, dreams that had never come true, the box would be empty except for the memory of how they were answered by you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. Looked around enough to know that you're the one I want to go through time with.
You probably played on the piano briefly. That song.
Let you see one thing for yourself. And you're off with someone else, and I'm alone. See, I thought that I might keep you for my own. Baby, what you wanna do? I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do. Don't think the time was right for us to find. All the things we thought weren't proper could be right in time, and can't see which way we should turn together or alone. I can never see what's right or what is wrong. Don't take too long to see, baby, what you wanna do. I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do. it's you or if it's me. If it's one of us, I'm sure we both will see. Won't you look at me and tell me what you wanna do? I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I could look at out. Maybe what you wanna do. I think I could stay with you for a while, maybe longer if I do. Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I keep falling in it. I love you.
Definitely the last song, except for this one. Paper Break.
There she goes. There she goes again, racing through my brain, and I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes. There she goes again, pulsing through my veins, and I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes. There she goes again, chasing my brains, and I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes. There she goes again. Calls my name, pulls my train. No one else can heal my pain, and I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes. There she goes again, chasing my name, and I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes. There she goes. There she goes.
Man, I had such a good time playing and singing. Lots of people dropped in to say hello. Thank you very much. We're going to have to do other songs next time. You know how it goes. Don't come all in. Plus, 2 hours of streaming. Oh, did I just destroy my wrong window? Probably. Hold on a second here. One second here. Okay, I got to do this here. I'm going to take my headphones off. Thanks again for coming. I just got to go. Thanks for everybody who said bye. I got requests and shit like that. 1 second here. Okay. Anyway, I shall see you. I don't know. I'm looking at my tabs. My guitar down here. again, tomorrow 11:30 a.m. the regular time ish. You know, man, I like to start and do my streams at the roughly the same time every time. I had a great time. We flew around. We did some big brain games. I got my ass kicked by the big brain games. I guess I didn't. I guess, you know, it is what it is. Normal, I do better. But hey, there's always tomorrow. Monday will be the easier trivia quiz. Thank God. And then I played the guitar for a while. It's a nice guitar. I had a good time playing. A good time singing. I'm trying to keep my voice limber so that when I go down to TwitchCon and participate in the private and public karaoke, we do private. We at the house I rent. I have my karaoke mic all set up, and you know, YouTube. That's all you need, and a karaoke mic. To do karaoke these days, you don't need a big setup. And then we go down to the Wolf. I think it's called the Wolf Bar. That bar. I think at least that's the one I know about in San Diego, the downtown, in the Gaslamp district, where they do regular karaoke stuff. So that should be pretty nice. And otherwise, I shall see everybody on the next time. Bye.